welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you for another card using the Happy Campers release from our lovely Julia. So if you've seen yesterday's video, you will have seen the full collection, but I'm going to quickly run it through it very quickly again. We have our sentiments, which are staycation, vacation, bon voyage, summer vibes, summer holidays, road trip, summer days, make memories all over the world, good times, and that summer feeling. So there's that. We have our accessories, which are trees and foliage bits and some flowers. We then have our main images. So these are the main images. So we have Bertha and Vanessa, and then we have Harvey and Winnie, and they are camper vans. How cool are those? So those are the main images this month. To go with this whole collection, we do have two papers. So here they are. We've got Camper Sunset and Camper Scene. So those are the papers, and we do get them as A5 or as A4, so you can print them out as either. And then last but not least, we get some of our lovely Julia's colouring in. We have 2 pages of fuzzy cut if you were to cut them, if you were to print them out this large, but you can print them out any like size that you want, which I think is fab. So that's them. Right, I have here on the table, I have a few bits. Oh, quickly before I forget, so if you to order these before the 1st of June midnight, you can get 30% off if you use Camper 30. So that is the promotion for this month. It is the last digi stamp for a few months. Julia's now only going to be bringing out 4 digital collections a year instead of every month. So do take advantage, because it is a really good saving. So you will save 30%. So the coupon code is a Camper 30, but it's only until the 1st of June 2021 midnight. So that's yeah, so that's for that. So I have a card here, so all I'm going to use, I'm just going to use the accessories, and I'm going to use the caravans, and that's it. And what I want to do is I want my green and I want a blue, so we'll have a lightish blue. So I'm going to come in at the top with my broken china. Now, let me grab my blending mat. However, if it's going to come up, there we go. There is already ink on it, but it's blue, so it's fine. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go all the way around, just around the edge, and it's just to give it a bit of an edge, really. I do need to clean my my mat. This is actually, it's not a proper blending mat. This is for my Gemini. It's a shim, but I don't use it for a shim because I use my old Spellbinder plates on my Gemini so that it doesn't like come up, like they don't warp and go really funny, because I know this, my plates for the Gemini, they warped really badly. So I literally use, this is an old Spellbinders board, and this is a really cheap one that I bought from eBay. I think it was like 2 for £10, and they've never warped on me. So yeah, highly recommend, if you've got a Gemini, just get unbranded plates, or get plates for a different machine that you know it doesn't warp. Okay, you can see I'm not really making it perfect. That's not the sort of what I'm wanting. It really is just for a background. So I'm just going to clean this off, just because really I should have done it before we started. So like so, and then what I want to do is I want to come in with a green. So what green am I going to, oh, what about peeled paint? So I'm going to come in with that, and we're just going to do from the bottom. So, and it's just, we're going to have a lot of this covered already by our images, so we're building up like a wooded area. So that's what I'm sort of aiming for with this, is like a wooded like a forest, and we're just camping on the edge. That's sort of what I'm aiming for our background. So like I said, I don't want it, I'm not bothered about it being perfect, and plus I don't think I could get it perfect because my hands just, I haven't got the, I don't know, the strength in my hands to do it, I think, or the stamina, I don't know what you would call it. Okay, so let me move them out of the way. I have a load of trees, so my plan is to pop them all sort of different places like so, and we're going to have some that are just a little bit different, and as you can see it's sort of coming through, just to say coming through there. So that's what I was thinking, so something like that. And then I want to bring these flowers in. I think that'll look nice, but I think before we do that, I'm just going to bring in my peeled paint again, and my mat. I'm just going to go around the edge just to dull that that white, because that white's just a bit too stark at the minute for me. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, going. Okay, so just going all the way around like so, and it is just so that all of these will blend in nicely, because this is our background, so we're just making up a background of trees. Okay, so going all the way around like that, and then doing the same with the rest. It also helps everything sort of tie in quite nicely together as well. So and I do have a couple of the trees that our Julia has coloured up as well, to be included. So just, yeah, last one. And you're probably thinking, really, why are you doing that? Honestly, it really does make a huge difference just going around the edges with your distress inks. It really helps to help tie it all in together, and it's perfect if you're not very good at fussy cutting as well. So yeah, there you go. Okay, right, so now that I've done those, let's glue them down. So what am I gonna do? What are we doing? I need some glue. Okay, so right, let's start with this one. So it's going to get glued just at the minute. They're getting glued randomly, and then I'll trim around as and when I've finished the background. But yeah, but as you can see, just by adding that bit of blue onto the sky, it has made a difference. So I'm thinking, yeah, I like that. Okay, in there like that. Okay, and then I think, actually, yeah, put that in there. I just want it underneath that bit. Okay, and it doesn't matter if our bits and pieces don't go down to the ground. That is fine, because we have got other bits and other elements that we are going to add on to this, so it's all good. Put that one there. So again, let's glue that down. Okay, and then I have this one, which I think I want just there. Okay, so loving that. So let's trim around. So Now I use my big long scissors for trimming around cards. I just find it so much easier than my little scissors. So yeah, right, okay, let's move them. Oh, I like that. I think that looks really, really nice. So then, now that we have that done, the other thing that I thought would be nice to sort of add in is the sort of flowers. But I'm wondering whether or not to actually cut them, and I think I'm going to, so that they're on the corners. Like, yeah. And we use the stones for something else, because again we can cut it off. Yeah, okay, there. So let's trim that down. Yeah, I really can't do it with my small scissors. I have tried, but it's just not going to happen. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's really nice. And then because I've left them white, they are really popping, which is really nice as well. Okay, so I have these stones, which I am going to cut out fully, because I think these can go in front of the our caravans once we put our caravans on. So so let's do that. And this is the good thing about having images. You don't have to use them how they were intended. You can use them any way that you want. So if you want to cut them apart and use just the flowers for one bit and the rocks for another bit, go for it. You're really, with Digi Stamps, you are limited with your imagination. And if you're good with computers, I'm definitely not, then there is loads you could do with it. Right, so I have 2 caravans. I'm thinking I want 2. But I don't know whether to have a big one. I think I'll have a big one and a little one. Let's swap them round though, so that the big one's at the front and that one's at the back. Because I'm thinking we can have that, and then we can have these rocks just like that. Yeah, I like that. Right, let's glue these down. This is why I love having my images already coloured and cut ready to go, because it just makes creating with them so much fun. Okay, so just going all the way around like so. And I am keeping these bright white just so that they do stand out just a little bit more. Okay, and then let's stick that there. And then I want to stick that one just there. Like that. Oh, I'm loving that. I'm absolutely loving that. And then I'm wondering whether to have that one just there like that. Oh, I think so. So I know it's hiding the caravans, but that's fine. That is completely fine. So I'm thinking, where do I want it? About up there. Yeah, right. Okay. Oh my word. Why is it I cannot use the little scissors? Right. Oh, I love it. Okay, last thing then for this card. So it's actually been quite a quick card. I wasn't expecting it to be as quick as this. I think we should have road trip. I think we should have all 3 of these actually. Road trip, summer days and good times. So let's do that. So summer days, road trip and good times. Okay, because why not? Road trip, good times, summer days. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, we've got a bit of tree left over here, which, yeah, do you know what? Instead of wasting it, let's stick it on there. Why not? Okay, there we go. Right, I want my black pen, because I'm going to go around the edges of these, because it will really help them pop. It'd either be that, or I would matte these. But I think because we've got a lot going on, I don't really want to add more paper to it. So this is a really good way of matting it without actually adding anything extra. So yeah, it's our lovely Julia's idea. Well, that's why I saw it first. I think there's people must have been using it before, but yeah, I know without Julia, she cannot do anything. Although I say she can't do anything without doodles and black pen, but she did a live a few weeks ago. I had to check she was okay. There was no doodles, there was no black pen. It was like she had a temperature. I honestly thought she was coming down with something. Thankfully she was okay. It did actually look really nice what she made, but yeah, it was a shock to the system. So right, absolutely loving these. How gorgeous are these? Right, okay. Oh, look at that. Do you know what I want to add? Do you know what I think will look really nice is, let me just grab my large selection of blues. But what I think will be nice is if we add some glossy accents in, but on the windows. So where all the windows are, I'm just going to put some glossy accents. I think that'll be nice. So yeah, why not? And it's just that, it's just those little details, isn't it, that really do make all the difference. I've just got into my glossy accents, and I have to say that I am very much enjoying using them. And because I managed to tidy up my room, I found my little one, because I'd gone on to my big one, even though I was using the little one. So yeah, I'm quite glad we found that. Okay, and this one, okay, all the way round. So just like that. Do I want any more? I don't think so. Maybe the hearts. Why not? Let's do the hearts as well. Actually, why don't I just do the full thing? Then it'll all be sorted. Oh, it's so silly. What are you being silly for? Right. Okay, I think I've gone mad, people, because I'm talking to myself as usual. Oh, I love that. I love. I really love it. So there you are, guys. That is my card. Isn't that so fun? So don't forget that if you order before the 1st of June midnight, you can get 30% off this absolutely beautiful collection, and it is the last one for a little while, so do keep it. So yeah, do take advantage of that. I'm going to leave it there, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my card. How gorgeous is that? I can't believe it. It's only taken 20 minutes to do that. Isn't that just beautiful? And when that glossy accent dries, it's just going to look even better. Right, thank you everybody. Do check out the description box below. There will be links to our Julia's shop, to her channel. There'll also be linked to all the other lovely ladies who are on Julia's design team, so do check those out as well. And yeah, I will check you out in another video, but until then, please do take care everyone, and happy crafting. Bye.